Beneath the world's oceans lie untold mysteries, secrets that took their tales to a watery grave, and none more so than the spookiest voyage of all time. It was on December 5, 1872, that the Mary Celeste was seen floating off the Azores Islands, halfway between Washington and Portugal, in the middle of nowhere. Nobody was manning the wheel. The cutlery and plates had all been washed. The sailors' pipes were left ready to be smoked, and the main hatch was still battened down with $80,000 worth of alcohol untouched in its barrels. But what really happened? The Canadian sea hunter Mike Fletcher is one of the only people to know the truth and has even tracked down the wreck of the Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste. Imagine plunging into the depths of maritime folklore, where tales of ghost ships swirl like mist over haunted waters. Among these legends, towering above them all, stands the enigmatic Mary Celeste. History whispered of its resting place along the south coast of Haiti, and there it lay, exactly as foretold. Joining an expedition with Clive Cussler to unearth the secrets of the Mary Celeste was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a chance to dance with destiny and confront the mysteries shrouding this legendary vessel. Picture it. December 5th, a day painted with the hues of anticipation and trepidation alike. A fresh breeze whispered secrets to the sea, while the sun danced upon the waves. Then, on the horizon, a sail appeared, tugging at the heartstrings of those who dared to witness its silent plea. As the clock struck 2 p.m., the vessel steered wildly, a ghostly specter in distress. A call to aid echoed across the waters, but no response came. At 3 p.m., brave souls boarded her, venturing into the unknown depths of her abandoned decks. What they found sent shivers down their spines. The Mary Celeste, adrift, her hold flooded with seawater, a silent testament to the mystery that enveloped her. But where were her crew? The evidence spoke of their presence, yet they were nowhere to be found. No signs of struggle, no whispers of piracy lingered in the salty air. The truth eluded grasp, slipping through fingers like sand. The tale began at Pier 50 in New York's East River, where Benjamin Spooner Briggs, a man of the sea, embarked on a journey with his beloved Sarah and their young daughter Sophia. Joined by a crew of stout-hearted sailors, they set sail with barrels of precious cargo bound for Genoa, Italy. 10 souls embarked upon the Mary Celeste, but 10 souls vanished into the mists of history, leaving behind naught but questions and echoes of their fate. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting shadows upon the waves, the legend of the Mary Celeste beckoned, its siren song echoing across the ages. The Last Voyage Picture. This, the last voyage of the Mary Celeste before it transformed into the stuff of nightmares. Imagine a wealthy captain owner of the vessel, a man with a family, his devoted wife and his cherubic 2-year-old daughter. They were embarking on a journey from the bustling streets of New York City to the sun-kissed shores of Italy. But alas, their dreams were shattered, and they never reached their destination. We glean some of the final details of Mary's ill-fated journey from the ship's log, a relic salvaged from the depths of uncertainty. The last entry, penned just a week before the ghostly encounter, depicts a scene of apparent normalcy. They knew their location, a mere 6 miles off the Azores. Everything seemed to be going according to plan. But then, silence. No survivor emerged to recount the harrowing events that led to the Mary Celeste's abandonment. How did this once majestic vessel end up adrift, a ghostly apparition haunting the seas? Captain DeVoe dared to dream of a lucrative payday in a salvage court, but his hopes were dashed as the truth unraveled. As the sinking ghost ship was towed over 1,000 miles to Gibraltar, suspicions brewed like a tempest. The commissioner of the Vice Admiralty Court for Salvage smelled foul play. It was whispered that the crew of the Mary Celeste had been silenced, their voices forever stilled by greed and treachery. Yet, amidst the fog of speculation, the legend of the ghost ship continued to grow. Tales abounded of a vessel found sailing without a crew, its galley still warm with the aroma of breakfast, but its phantom sailors vanished without a trace. Conspiracies spun like ghostly webs, weaving stories of mutiny, deceit, and even the outlandish notion of an iceberg in tropical waters. But perhaps the truth lies beyond the realms of human imagination. Was it the tentacles of a monstrous octopus that dragged the crew into the abyss? Or were they spirited away by a ghostly slave ship, lost to fevered dreams in a watery grave? In the end, the mystery of the Mary Celeste remains unsolved, a riddle shrouded in the mists of time. As we gaze into the abyss, we're left to wonder, did the ocean claim their souls, or did something more sinister lurk beneath the waves? The facts don't indicate that Mary Celeste was carrying a cargo of commercial alcohol, which is extremely volatile. And we know that some of the barrels of this alcohol were leaking into the hold. I think that the ship became extremely dangerous to the crew, and at some point, they decided to open the hatches and let the fumes of this leaking alcohol escape. They all got into the yawl boat, and in the passing of time, the line that was tied to their yawl boat parted. The Mary Celeste sailed away and left all the crew in a really tiny yawl boat, where they all perished over time and were lost, and set the legend of Mary Celeste on its ghost ship path. Whatever the reality, finding ghost ships sailing under their own wind was actually not that unusual. Between 1887 and 1893, the American Hydrographic Office reported that no less than 1,628 ships were found floating derelict. That's 19 phantom ships every month. So, was the Mary Celeste's reputation as the scariest ghost ship ever known fair? Some say she was cursed from the very start. In her maiden voyage to London, the captain, Robert McClellan, died of pneumonia before the ship had even left Canadian waters. Then, the trader hit a ship in the English Channel, sinking it. As Mr. Cartwright put it, "Of all the unlucky vessels I've ever heard of, she was the most unlucky." The Mary Celeste became known as a bewitched ship. In the end, the Mary Celeste saw an inglorious ending, deliberately spiked on a reef of Haiti. Within a few years, pounding waves turned the ship into a wreck, and then into a scatter of tiny memories. It was then that the phantom ship became a ghostly rag once and for all.